Good morning, first grade. I hope everyone is having a great day so far. All right, we have another deep dive today, and we're going to talk about making connections. And we're going to make some connections to help us better learn and understand a word. So I'm going to say a word, and I want you to think about what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear me say this word. So just kind of don't think about it too much, just like the first thing that pops into your mind. What pops into your mind when you hear me say the word powerful? What do you think? Did you think of something? Yeah. Did any of you think about the wind? Yeah, we've been talking about the wind a lot. So I personally thought about the wind. Maybe you thought about something different. But can we use the example that we thought of to help us come up with what the word means and kind of have a deeper understanding of what the word powerful really means? What do you think? When you think about your example, I know the example that I thought of. Some of you may know I have a daughter named Kara, and at our house, she has a wooden swing set, like that has the slide and then the swings. And we had a windstorm once. It was really windy. It's often really windy where we live, but it was really windy. It was so windy that it knocked the whole wooden play set and the slide over. We've since anchored it a little bit stronger into the ground since then, but it's really heavy. We never thought it would knock over, but the wind was so strong and powerful that it knocked the swing set over, the play set. So that's, I think of like that is really being able to like push something or pull something really strong. Is that what you thought about? Yeah. So the word powerful means having the ability to use force. And we talked about that uh, in a previous lesson where force, uh, we put our palms together and said this was force. So being able to use or have force, use force means being powerful. And as I mentioned, I thought about the wind, and maybe you thought about the wind as well. But there are lots of other things around us that are powerful. So let's think about some other examples and see if you thought of any of these, or maybe if one of these ideas helps to help you to think of something even different from this list. So, of course, we think of the wind, and then that makes me think about storms. And, while we don't have hurricanes, we generally don't get full hurricanes where we live here in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania. I can picture videos I've watched of hurricanes where, palm trees are blowing really, really hard and the ocean is just huge waves. And that makes me think about that's something that's powerful. And that's related to the wind, of course. I also think about bears, like polar bears and other animals, especially some animals that we just recently read about, like the hippo that will charge if they feel threatened or can't get to the water, or the kangaroo that will kick. I mean, that makes me think of powerful, that they'll kick to defend themselves. Maybe you are thinking electricity is something that's powerful. Maybe you thought about grown-ups are powerful, like they could, maybe move a table more easily than a kid. I don't know. The rain can be powerful. Have you ever been outside or maybe even in a car when it's been raining really hard and you can hear it on the car or see it on the windshield? And snow, right? Snow can be pretty powerful. Um, snow can pile up and be really heavy on something. And it could, possibly knock something over if it's so heavy on it. It could. So, these are some other things that I think of when I think of something that's powerful. And what we're going to do to just help further make a connection between this word powerful and something that we know about in everyday life, we're going to write in our journals about something that we think is powerful and then give the reason for why we think that. And again, it's just helping us to make the connection to, really understand what the word means and connect it to something that we know about in real life. That really helps your learning when you can make connections between two different things. It helps you remember, make sense, and learn. So you can use this sentence frame and in a blank page in your writing journal, write blank is powerful because. And that's what I really want you to think about, providing that evidence or support for why you think something is powerful. And let's try to think of something besides the wind, but if you want to use the wind or use any of the words from the list that we just went over, feel free. But if the list inspires you to think of something different that you would like to share, that's great too. But really think about how you know your example is powerful. What's the because part, okay? And then feel free to illustrate that page in your journal. And when you're all finished with a great capital at the beginning of your sentence and punctuation at the end, you can go ahead and take a picture and submit. All right, so I can't wait to hear what examples you thought of when you hear the word powerful. All right, any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.